In my last penny hunt and fill episode, I said I got 4 boxes from Bo Palmer Coin Hunter in the great state of New York. This episode is the other 2 boxes. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure and welcome back to my channel. We have 2 more boxes from the state of New York. If you watched my last episode, we found 27 wheat cents, 74 Canadian cents, and 3 different varieties. I'm hoping to do more of the same, but this time, hopefully, we get some older wheat cents, older than 1941, because that was the oldest one we found last time. That being said, it's going to be Hunt and Fill episode number 157, boxes 297 and 298 of the series, a series where we're only missing 25 cents out of the album, but they're the tougher finds. On top of that, because we had so many Canadian cents last time, even though we got 4 upgrades, I'm hoping to get an addition this time, maybe some older King George V or 6 Canadian cents in these boxes. We'll have to see. Let me go ahead and slide the books out of the way. We'll look at those at the end after the hunt, but let's go ahead and crack open these boxes. Now, these are in a little bit better shape than the last ones. I had to do a little bit of taping, but not that much. Let's see what the top sides look like in box number 1. All right, looks like there's not a lot of copper in this one, but the Northeast always has good copper, so it could just be deceiving. Either way, I don't see any fancy enders, so we're gonna get right to the hunt, and I'll bring you guys in if and when I have my first find in the first box. Roll number 5 of box number 1 will give us our first wheat cent that we're gonna find today. Wheat cent number 1 is a 1944 Philadelphia. Roll number 8. Wheat cent number 2, standing proud, a 1945 Philly. Roll number 11, our first older Canadian. It's not going to be a King George VI. It's going to be Queen Elizabeth II because it's 1953. But we'll definitely take that. It's actually our second laureate portrait, a 53 and a 62. And I'm only filming that one because we might need it for the book. Now let's find some more oldies. We're on roll 24 now. And so far this box has been light on the wheat cents. We've got another old Canadian, and this one's going to be a King George VI, 1943. Unfortunately, I think we've already found a few of these throughout the course of the hunts, but it's still nice to see another King George VI in the box, and that's the oldest coin so far of the hunt. Same roll. Wheat cent number 3 is a 1945 Denver. Well, we're on roll number 29 of the hunt, and we have our first variety. Got a 2009 Lincoln formative year cent under the scope from Philadelphia. And there's like 76 different doubled fingers or DDRs on this. And after taking a look at what I got here with this extra thumb and this little piece right here, we definitely have this one, which is the FS 801. Not a lot of value in this coin, but still a collectible one. I have this one already, but this one's in decent shape. Nothing I would grade because I think they're only like 15 to 20 bucks in a decent Mint State 63 or better grade. So not one that's worth grading, but still one worth mentioning. And our first DDR find or first variety find of the hunt. Roll 38. We've made it to wheat cent number 4. And that's a 1946 Philly. Same roll. Wheat cent number 5. A 1947 Philadelphia this time. Roll 39. We now have 6 wheat cents, and this one is another 1947 Philadelphia. Roll number 41, and we have a wow find. Wow. Roll 48, wheat cent number 7, a 57D, and actually that's the first from the 50s, but only 7 on the board with 2 rolls left. Well, we finished hunting that first box of this 2-box hunt, and it was definitely different than the last couple of boxes with only 7 wheat cents on the board. Nothing old and nothing even in the 50s except for 1. We got the DDR, which I'll take, that wow coin. A lot of Canadians. What is that? 26 Canadians in that box. So not as much as the last hunt, but still 26 is a good amount, and including 1 King George VI and 4 laureate portraits. So I'll take those. We ended with 8 1959s, 169S, and 3 nicer copper cents so far. And speaking of copper, Not that great, 2 pounds, 12 ounces, so definitely lighter than I normally find in the Northeast boxes, but we've got a sister box or at least another box with it, and maybe that one's a better box. We'll have to see. Let me go ahead and slide it over. We'll do a live opening really quick, see if we can get on more varieties, more wheat cents, more Canadians, more copper. All right, well, we definitely have a Laureate Portrait Canadian right there, but I don't see any wheat cent enders for sure. Just some older stuff in the 60s and 70s. Looks like the copper is better in this box. Let's hope that means more wheat cents in this box. And I'll be back as soon as I have a find in box number 2. Roll number 3 of box number 2 will give us our 8th wheat cent of the hunt, first of the box, and it's going to be a 1955. I've done a short about the 55 DDO. It is naked eye visible, and I didn't see it, but we do want to always just double check under the scope. 1955 Philly, wheat cent number 8. Same roll, wheat cent number 9, a 1944 Philadelphia. Roll number 4, we now have 10 wheat cents, already 3 in box number 2. And that's a 53 Denver. Roll 57, wheat cent number 11, a 1946 Philadelphia. Roll number 68 of the hunt. We've got a dozen Wheaties now. 5 for the second box so far. Another 1944 Philly though. We're on roll 23 of box number 2, and I've hunted pennies for almost 6 years. And I've never found this DDO, and I can cross it off my bucket list. 1971 Philadelphia double die obverse. I have one under the scope. The first thing I looked at was I saw the notch here, 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 and the split there. But this one has nice doubling also on Liberty. And that is a no-doubter. It's got some damage, but definitely doubled there. And it even has the doubling on In God We Trust. Now, a lot of that looks more like machine doubling. That's just a secondary marker. The main one is going to be here on Liberty, especially the LIB, and on 1971. To make sure, I brought up Variety Vista, and give me just 1 second here. And we're looking for the FS 101 on Variety Vista. I always use this site. I have it listed below. And definitely have what looks like machine doubling on In God We Trust. But the key here is the LIB in Liberty. And of course, the doubling at the date. And like I said, when I bring up mine, we've got the doubling at the date, the doubling here, and that doubling up here. Now, in XF condition, XF brown, like this one looks like it's at least XF. XF brown's about $40 in value. If it gets to the AUs, it gets around $60 to $75, and even in a low mint state, it's upwards of $100. I don't think this would be a mint state, but man, it's got great detail. It's a nice looking coin, and I am super happy to get the 101, FS 101 DDO 1971. I've been looking for it for years. And again, I know it's not the most valuable coin, but it's definitely one I've been wanting to add to my collection. Again, judging by it, there's no way it's less than XF45. It's probably AU 53 to 58. And that puts it around 50 to 60 bucks in my opinion. What a great find for only a penny. I'll be flipping that one up and getting back to the hunt now. Roll number 26, wheat cent number 13, another 1946 Philadelphia. And I went ahead and checked the population report on this. PCGS has graded less than 250 in all grades and all colors. I don't know what NGC has, but that's definitely a cool find nonetheless, like I said before. Okay, let's find some more Wheaties. Roll number 87 of the hunt will give us wheat cent number 14, which means we have 7 in each box right now. This box still has 13 more rolls. And it's another 1944 Philadelphia. Roll 91. Wheat cent 15 will be the infamous 1950 Denver. Roll number 93. Wheat cent number 16 is another 1947 Philly. Roll number 94, and we have wheat cent number 17, which means at least the second box gave us 10 Wheaties. And it's a 56 Denver. Roll number 100, the last roll of the hunt, will give us at least one parting gift. Wheat cent number 18 is a 1944 Philadelphia, the popular one. If I have another find, I'll be back. Otherwise, I'll be back with a recap. Well, we finished that 2-box penny hunt from New York State. Thanks again, Bo Palmer Coin Hunter, for the trade. Definitely had a fun time hunting all 4 boxes. Technically, these 2 boxes right here were almost mirror images of the first 2 boxes that we hunted. I know we had less wheat cents with only 18 on the board, which means 7 in box 1 and 11 in box 2, but that's the only thing that was really different. Copper, 6 pounds, 4 ounces, almost the same as last time. Canadian cents, 71, almost the same as last time, except for we got a lot more of the older ones. A 43, a 53, 58, 62, a bunch of 63s, and 64s. On top of that, I think we even have a modern one in here, 2010 somewhere, and that might be used in the album. We'll have to see. 1959s, a ton. What is that? 9 plus 7 is 16 of them. 3 bright and shinies, 2 69S's, neither of which were the DDOs, but we got 1 per box. Speaking of DDOs, though, we found one. 1971 FS 101, I'll take that. And even though we're probably not going to slot any cents, we have something for my collection, and that makes me happy. I also found a DDR, the FS 801, and I'll take that as well. So a couple of good doubled die coins, decent wheat cents overall, but typically in the Northeast, I see more than that. Great copper, great Canadians as normal. Let me go ahead now, compare all the finds to both albums, including the Canadian small cents ones, and let's see if we have any upgrades or additions. I'll be back in just a second with a look at the books and some final thoughts on this 2-box hunt. Well, I have finished comparing all of today's finds to both albums, and as expected, no upgrades, no additions for the Dansko Lincoln Penny album, which means after 298 boxes, we're hard stuck at 209 of the 234 cents the book holds. That being said, we did well on the Canadian small cents. We actually had 2 additions and 7 upgrades. The 2 additions are going to be the 1953 no shoulder fold small cent, Queen Elizabeth II. I'll have to get that in there better later on. And then also the 1958 Canadian small cent as well. All the upgrades are listed here. 1962, 64, 76, 78, 87, 2000, and 2010. I was bummed because we need a 2010 Royal Canadian Mint mark made out of steel, which means it sticks to a magnet, not the one made out of zinc. And even though I upgraded the one out of zinc, they both had Royal Canadian Mint marks on them, and I thought maybe I was going to be adding one in the later years, but we didn't. Either way now, after 112 boxes searched, because we added 2, we have 70 of the 115. And on top of that, getting another 7 upgrades after the last video doing upgrades. This book is getting nicer and nicer other than the old ones. And this is really bugging me. I'll have to get that in there before I close it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box hunt. I know I did. Again, I want to thank Bo Palmer Coin Hunter for the trade. Definitely will take some more boxes, brother, if you're willing to give them to me. It was a bummer that I didn't get any more extra V variety cents, but getting this variety here and another major variety here as far as the DDRs are concerned, can't get mad at that whatsoever. If you guys enjoyed this 2-box hunt as well, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching.